Media. This is Salam Media coming to you live from South Africa.
The time is just gone 9 minutes to 9 a.m. and it's time now to join Ahmed Osman. We're talking with Human Aid SA. We're talking home-based care. We're talking about oxygen concentrators covering a number of areas in and around the KwaZulu-Natal region. And these regions range from Stanger to Amanzimtoti, Lamerzi, Phoenix, Isipingo, Verulam, and there are various people to contact in these areas. But just to understand what this operation is all about, Operation O2. Brother Ahmed Osman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah so much for joining us this morning, Brother Ahmed. And the point I am making is home-based care in this time of this pandemic. And it is becoming important. It is becoming extremely critical because we know our hospitals are under pressure, hospitals, no-go areas. And this is the reason why in certain cases, home-based care is absolutely important. Brother Ahmed, are you with us?
Yes, sorry. Yes, sorry. I just lost you. The signal just dropped for a second. So you're talking about the home-based care, alhamdulillah.
Yes, if you could just tell us more, please.
Well, it's a simple process that, not everybody that contracts the virus needs to be admitted. They need some home care and they have breathing issues, so they have to have some sort of assistance with regards to oxygen concentration. And we supplied that, alhamdulillah, to a home-based care unit. The process is not very difficult at all. I mean, once your doctor, the patient or the request is made by a doctor and the script comes into one of our, let's call them agents, in the different area. These are actually humanitarians that are assisting the communities in their different areas at no charge whatsoever, and they give their time and their efforts and their energies towards assisting those that are faced with this coronavirus. If a patient then makes a call, a request at a specific area for oxygen concentrator, there's a short little process that needs to be followed in the sense that the doctor has to give a script, say that the patient is in requirement of an oxygen concentrator, together with the script and reading from your oximeter, which you put on your finger, and it gives you a saturation level. We take that into cognizance, and we've trained our so-called agents as to what the reading should be like and what kind of assistance. And we provide 5-liter oxygen concentrators with a 95% purity oxygen output. That's basically what we do. We have it either delivered to them if the need be, or we have it, they send a family member or someone to that effect to come and pick it up from us. And over the next course of about 3 to 5 days, and in some cases a little bit longer, we monitor you twice a day, where we take they take pictures of the oximeter in the morning and the evening, and send it to that agent so they can monitor and assess what the progress is. But a lot of it has to do with the doctor that's prescribed it, that also gets the information to say that they monitor the progress of that particular patient. So we're providing this service free of charge to those that are in need in those different areas that have those type of requests.
Yes, Brother Ahmed, it is encouraging to note, and also more encouraging to note is, how well managed this process is in terms of how it is coordinated. And looking at where we are at this point in time, as communities, as societies, this is what is needed to come together, to rally together, and more importantly, to be able to make a meaningful contribution to add value to communities during these difficult times.
Yes, brother. I must also tell you that, when generally what happens is when people get the test, that SMS that comes and says that you are COVID positive, it's somehow strange that majority of the people get this. Their readings immediately say positive, COVID positive, but their mindset becomes negative. So when we found out, we did a little statistical calculation from the numbers and the calls that we're getting, and I promise you there are hundreds of calls that each of the agents get. But from an average of about 8 calls, 4 people just need counseling and to be told how to sleep, what positions to sleep in, how to breathe, the breathing exercises. We send them a video that is out to, done by a doctor where he monitored somebody's saturation level go up from 68 to 95 within 2 to 3 minutes by just doing certain type of breathing exercises. So 4 people just need counseling and to get them to the level, because anxiety is a big thing. And 2 out of the 8 would necessarily need to go to a hospital to be assessed and to get a higher dose and an increased level of like 17 to 20 liters of oxygen from a hospital grade oxygen tank. And then the other 2 would need, from the 8, would need an oxygen concentrator where they would be assisted with at home.
Yes, I think what you're saying here is very, very useful, and the statistic that you've just quoted, Brother Ahmed, extremely important for us to sit back and take note, because as you mentioned, the moment you get this test, it says you're positive, anxiety actually kicks in, and then you're in the state of flux and those type of things. And the type of support over and above the Operation O2 in terms of, like you mentioned, breathing exercises and some of the remedies that are at our disposal, these are extremely useful. And I think this is what needs to go out. This is a message that needs to go out far and wide. And more importantly, the type of support, as you mentioned, whether it's in the form of a video clip, this is extremely, extremely useful for people.
What we do also want to encourage is that if we can get certain motivational speakers and maybe some ulama that on a social platform can do short clips of more positive motivation to people, because being positive with Corona or COVID-19 is not necessarily a death sentence. We have a higher recovery rate than we have a mortality rate. So there's too much of negative clips that are going out and, showing us horrific pictures and videos and, heartbreaking. We need more motivational lecturers, speakers, influencers to send to the community. When that test comes positive, make sure that your mind is positive too. I think that's very critical.
No, I think you raised a very, very important point, because there's just far too much negativity at this point in time, Brother Ahmed. Now, Brother Ahmed, just looking at people obviously wanting to get in touch with Human Aid SA, and I know you are obviously in various regions, from Stanger right through to Berlin, and also some of the other areas around the South Coast region. Just what do people need to do? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, the easiest, you see, what happens is each area has a designated responsible person that manages this year. And for me to tell you all the numbers now, it's going to take a good few minutes. So
no, definitely.
For humanaid.sa. Yes. On that Instagram page, you will find Chatsworth. You will find the contact person in Chatsworth. If you need any Spingo, you will find the 3-4 people.
Brother Ahmed, you with us? I think we have lost Brother Ahmed for some reason or the other. But yes, the poster is live on their Facebook page as well. And there are various areas, there are various people that you can contact. All the telephone numbers are there. And also they've got an email address which says humanAidSA@gmail.com. humanAidSA@gmail.com. And they have got a Facebook page, and on the Facebook page, the live video is on there as well. So for people wanting assistance, for people wanting support, if you have been tested positive and and you need some advice on whether you need to go onto oxygen or not, they will definitely guide you along, and the video does explain it all as well. And just to remind you again, they've got an email address, humanAidSA@gmail.com. They are based in many areas in and around the Durban area, and also going off to some of the towns in the North Coast and the South Coast region. The time is just gone, 9 a.m. It's time for us to head for the news. We come back, we've got quite a bit to talk about. We're talking about the Ugandan elections. We're also talking with Amana IS this morning, and also looking at some other issues with regard to Africa that we need to obviously focus on. These are important aspects that are at this point in time that are impacting, that are affecting the